anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
Oh, dear.
All right. We're here with Brandon Lobato and his son Dominic, and I got my homeboy Mike over here. We're talking about the coronavirus, and today Brandon's brought with him some MREs we're going to indulge in. But while that's being prepared, we're going to chit-chat for a minute. So, Brandon, how's life been since this coronavirus? First off, before you tell me that, what do you think of this? How do you feel about all this shit?
I don't know. It's always seems like a conspiracy, but who knows? It could be a number of different things. Either higher power trying to get a hold of and organize us.
To me, it's just crazy because we've never seen nothing like this. Like maybe like the sickness, but the reaction of the people. We ain't seen shit like this before.
Yeah, and there's several people stating that it's been around for years on end, and who knows what to believe and what not to believe, but it got you thinking.
What I don't understand is why has America got it so much worse, man? Like, we're blowing the fuck up. I think I seen 312,000 this morning was the number.
The death toll in the U.S. surpassed 102,000 today.
That's a lot of fucking people. My thing is, let's say this goes on for another year. No school for a year. Yeah, I think if they do that, then they'll be done with school, period. It'll all become online shit. Because after that, what will be the point? They'll have proven that you don't need to go to school to get an education. You can just watch these fucking YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's another thing. They're trying to push that new 5G thing. And
oh, yeah, the 5G shit is... I see commercials for that shit all the time.
So now every house in America needs Wi-Fi in order to go to school. So
yeah,
there you go. Another way of pushing the power on us.
Which is... And we know that shit's fucked up right out the gate anyway. Because, the whole Snowden shit where he's like... They can spy on us anytime we want. I don't know, the coronavirus shit's just, it's just wild, man. I don't worry about it personally for me or my daughter, honestly. I think we'll be okay. But I worry about my parents, your parents, all the older people I know. That shit is, because it's blowing up in Farmington, and that's fucking really surprising to me.
And I think, the virus is the least of our worries.
Yeah, I think the stupid people is what we should worry about.
Stupid people buying out the necessities of stuff we need.
Yeah.
And, how much toilet paper do you need? What's up with that?
That's what fucking tripped me out is how fast
I'm
the
like,
toilet paper went. Why did everybody think they needed to go get toilet paper?
I'm packing up on seeds, my MREs, all
straight
that
up,
kind of
seeds
stuff.
is what people need.
Yep.
Shit.
And that's why we're here
If
to
worse
talk.
comes to worse, all I need is some soap. I wipe my ass with my hand, soap it down, do it over again until I'm clean. Shit, bro.
The Roman days, old bucket and rag with
Yeah,
the
like straight
stick.
up. Come on, man. It's like, I don't know.
That's disgusting, but my Uncle Barry actually did that, wiped his ass with his hand like that, dude.
Oh, I wouldn't do it unless I, had to.
Oh
But
my God, dude, you're haggard.
so, for you don't go to school now, huh?
No, for a
You
little...
still have to do homework online and shit, right?
Yeah, for a little while I was kind of ducking it 'cause my parents told them that we didn't have internet, but after a while my grades started to drop a little bit, so I had to.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of dumb. Our teachers assign more stuff than they would in class, so it makes it harder, and we spend more time doing that than we would at school.
If we can do this on our own with computers, then why do we need the teachers in the first place?
And I really think that's what it's going to come down to if this goes on for 8 months to a year.
And that's that many more jobs down the drain.
Down the drain, man. Why do it when a machine can do it?
People that devoted their lives to this, what are they to do now?
And first off, I 100% do not think teachers get paid enough. Because, dude, they have to, they don't get paid enough to deal with piece of shit kids like I used to be. Fuck no.
That's our
Especially Aztec kids.
Yeah, you got me fucked up. I would never deal with these little cocksuckers.
Only on 9. Death threats in the classroom. And students say they were made by the teacher.
So, work, you said you're not working now because of this bullshit, huh?
No, I'm considered essential because any kind of construction is I lay flooring for a living, and just the fact that people are too scared to have anyone in their houses.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta come in to pick out your carpet or your flooring or whatever you're getting done, and that's not really essential right now. People are trying to, save what money they got. Who knows when we're gonna go back to work and You know?
So, are you gonna be able to get unemployment or no? Because you're self-employed,
Well,
or how does that shit work?
self-employed. I got a small business. We're gonna try to look into getting those small business loans so I can keep some of my employees staffed. You know, I'm pretty set right now as of this month, but next month's a different story. But my guys, you know, they depend on me to get the work, and that's.
And that fucking is shitty, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that other people depend on you, you know, in a situation like this is fucking would suck.
Yeah, and that's why people have savings, but I'm not a normal person. I put all my savings into my survival gear
Yeah.
in case shit like this happens.
know-
I'm ready. I didn't have to go out and do the crazy shopping that everyone's doing right now. I already have it stocked up and ready to go.
It's absurd, man. Like, and I think a lot of it to blame is definitely the media pushing that fear tactic, you know.
And it's either shut everything down completely or let us go back to
And
work.
that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, dude, there's no,
You're just
especially now when you're like lukewarm with the whole situation, bro. Everything is shut down, but I don't fucking notice no difference. I see people out all the fucking time.
just
My
sitting
work
there.
is still making $2,000 an hour, you know. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I don't see the shutdown. I really think if they want to stop this, then you have to shut everything fucking down. Burger King and Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell, I love the shit, but it's not essential. What's essential is getting a goddamn cookbook, learning how to read and cook yourself, man.
That's right.
And that's people are just still too lazy, even though we got this going on. They'd
Straight
rather
up, bro.
spend a little bit of money that they have on something that they could buy more of. You know,
More of, dude.
stockpile your beans and stuff and sit at home and cook. Let this stuff get over, take its course.
Yeah.
Big old bag of
And
rice.
who the fuck doesn't like
I'm
beans
sitting
and
on
rice,
it.
bro?
You know,
Like straight up.
Dude, you can cook it in so many different
Did you
ways.
all make these masks or what? You buy them?
yeah, these are some masks my wife had made. We donated them to the local Cranes Roost, the old folks home here.
That's really cool that you guys would do that. Especially because this shit is fucking retirements and old folks' homes and all this shit up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just ready for it to be over with, bro. So tell me about these snacks you got. These are your
This is just
end of the day pack or what?
This is just my everyday stuff that's in my bag, my bug out bag that I have in my truck, or if I'm going out fishing. It don't matter if I'm just going to work for the day. I usually got this backpack and it's got a number of things in it. We got just small stuff.
Protein.
It's got a lot of proteins, a lot of carbs and stuff. Anything that can keep you going, and it's pretty lightweight. Here
Oh
I
my
got,
god, sardines are terrible.
Things aren't always what they seem. You think sardines are something that guys munch on crackers? Well, just one little can of King Oscar sardines has more calcium than 8 ounces of milk. So women are the ones who need calcium for good bones, nice teeth, get your share of them nibbles. Tuna's not the only fish in the sea. King Oscar sardines from Norway.
I like it myself, but this one's a Louisiana hot sauce one. That one you're gonna have to have some crackers with, because
You about to.
that's
When
kind
you
of.
come close to starving to
potent.
death, that's fucking. That's
And
okay,
I don't know if you
With
want to open
crackers?
these up and try them one by
Okay,
one.
oh
Or
yeah,
you want
you
me to
got
go
the
ahead and
golden
go through
ticket
the
there.
list.
Huh?
You want me to go through the list of what I have here? Or you want to open them up and try them one by one? What
Let's
are
do
we gonna
that.
do?
Yeah, let's try these motherfuckers. I hate sardines, so.
Yep. It's on now.
You got a
I love the fact that you have all this. Y'all can't see it, but he's got a big ass fucking bucket here with a bunch of MREs in it, and that shit is bomb. And grab me one of those. What'd you say the
This-
expiration date on that shit was?
this here we bought 3 years ago, and it's still good.
You
until
bought it 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
That's a
Until-
fucking wise shit to do, man. To save up on that shit, dude.
Yeah.
They were about 5 gallons
Okay,
size. They
so,
had like 72
Yeah, it was.
mils in it.
It's not
I
bad
ended up
until
having to use it
2025.
Well, that's a long expiration date still.
And this is a bucket, family size bucket. It's supposed to be 30 days for 3 to 4 people.
That's a lot of fucking food, man.
It's just got all your dinners. This one pretty much got dinners. It's got your maple brown sugar oatmeal, but it is a breakfast.
A lot
and
of
then-
high protein.
They have banana chips for your snacks. creamy chicken rice, cheesy broccoli rice, creamy potato soup, instant potatoes. You got a hearty vegetable chicken and a macaroni and cheese.
Now, I don't want to be doubting this delicious food, but the pictures on the fucking bucket here look all like gel food.
And that still looks better than it tastes, to be honest. We went up.
It still looks better than, oh god.
Me and
Hey, but if you gotta live, shit.
my wife, the kids, and I all went for a hike last year up in the Hickory Mountains and the Jimenez, and we did a day hike up in the mountain and passed out there for the night, and then walked back down the mountain. Didn't take no water with us. I have a water filtration system. It's got a little pump, just a little hand pump to fill up our water bladders. We each had a water bladder. We all had our own pack, and we all had a meal. So when we got up there, we put all of our meals together to try it out, and then I have all my little metal pans, the hiking style pans to keep everything lightweight. We didn't take no tents. We took hammocks, froze our asses off, ended up all huddled around the fire in the middle of the night. My oldest son built him a little lean-to, which we all pretty much helped build, but he was the only one warm. Him and his big-ass friend that was too big to fit in his little lean-to snuggled up together, and they probably were the warmest ones. But
Fuck. Couple
next
of bears,
morning, we cooked some of this shit up, and we were hungry, so we ate it, but it wasn't that good. The dinners were better. My wife liked the oatmeal, but
See, I don't see how you can fuck oatmeal up, man. That shit's the bomb anytime.
it says brown maple, and it just doesn't have the sugar that you're used to when you're back at home and you got that sugar right next to you.
Says brown maple, but
it's
you're
a little
getting
dry.
shit flavor, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So she ate that. The kids passed that up. The creamy potato was really good. But we got a couple of them we're going to cook up and try today.
Now, are they just... Have you doctored them at all, or you just eat them how they are?
We eat them how they are. Of course, I have in my bug out bag, I have a little seasoning bottle that I have, I season everything with fish. If we're out fishing, we make little traps and stuff. We catch squirrels and whatever we need to eat, it's bug out style stuff. So if you don't catch nothing, we got this nasty shit to eat, but it'll keep you alive.
That's fair enough, though, bro. Fair enough. Let's crack these sardines open. Let's get into these motherfuckers. What's the name on these bitches?
These ones are Beach Cliff sardines. This is Louisiana hot sauce.
All right. Oh my god, I haven't had a sardine since I was a kid, and they were terrible. They were in the ketchup and the mustard ones. Remember them?
Oh, that's the worst one.
Those are my favorites, the mustard.
Oh, you're sick, fuck. Sick fuck.
I'll let you pop that cherry there. You got your fork?
Oh my god, I'm scared as shit.
I
yo.
myself, I love them. You take a bite of it, see what you think. Got some funny faces going on there, Skyler.
I tell you what, this is god awful, bro. I thought when I did the foreign snacks, that shit was gross. Oh my god.
It's pretty good.
It makes your apartment smell extra fishy, like you got a girlfriend now.
Oh my god. I hope for the love of God the bitch don't taste like this.
What? Skyler?
So,
And you like to eat these on a regular basis.
yes.
Even before the end of the world,
I
huh?
have to hide these away from the kids, We pack them up.
You have to hide sardines from the children?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
We
dude.
go out and we go fishing. Usually don't bring food. This is what's in my bag. If we don't catch fish that day, then we eat this stuff, which they're fine with.
There's no sand that you can eat? You have to eat this?
This or don't eat.
I'm eating dirt. That shit was
gone
goddamn terrible.
To the point of you can cook
The
it
only
up.
thing that was good on it, I think, was that sauce. It had like a nice little kick to it. And you're over here, a madman in it. Psycho.
Yeah, lizards don't have no flavor. That's like burnt chicken.
Speaking of lizards, okay, so a long time ago now, me, you, and Chris, we're going to Albuquerque to a concert, and there's a lizard running around in that ugly brown Suburban you used to have, remember?
Yes, sir.
And you grab this lizard and an old dried up fucking Wendy's cheeseburger, and you put the lizard on the cheeseburger and then ate this fucking thing. It was hands down one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. It was so awesome, bro. Is that why you like the sardines? It reminds you of this lizard or what?
You know, to be honest, I don't remember that. It could have been because I have a drinking problem.
I was
but,
yeah,
you know,
it
you
was
guys were, what, 13 driving me in the Suburban that day.
Yeah. But it was very interesting. I had never seen nobody
But I was a
do shit like
responsible
that.
adult. I let you kids drive instead of driving drunk.
See, that's what you gotta do. Shit.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yep.
Okay, we got another
You
one.
ain't
It's,
drunk, boy.
it's called Kipper Snack. Same thing. It's a sardine, but these things are
They're way better.
See,
these are good.
I tell you what,
This is a
these
smart-
already had me tricked just because the logo kind of looks like Red Lobster.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm already intrigued by
This
this.
here,
These are way good.
these are really fishy
Yeah.
smelling, but this is the least fishy tasting type of canned
Oh,
fish.
I love fish, but that shit, that's an acquired taste.
The guy from the hunt
Yeah.
camp turned me onto these a few years ago, and they're not too pricey. They're a little over $1 a piece, but they are good, and the nutritional value is way high. It's got all kinds of shit on here. It'll keep you alive. I ain't gonna read it all because I'm illiterate. But
This will make it smell more.
That's the best part about this shit is it's all high in protein, huh?
all high in protein, and this has probably been in one of my bug out bags for a couple years too, and its expiration date is May 1st, 2024. So
Damn.
you know they got a high shelf life too. I'm not sure about
See,
keeping them out in the sun or
Yeah,
letting
yeah.
them freeze, but as
Keep
long as
them in
you
a cool,
keep 'em
dry
in a
place?
Cool dry place. They're supposed to be pretty good there.
Mike, grab me a paper towel out of that drawer so I can wipe this
These
sardine off this shit.
These are honestly what made me like sardines. I never liked sardines before until I ate these, and then turned me towards sardines. and
I'm
made
gonna
me
say
like
it's a puberty thing. You're going through a change. You want to eat those.
Those
You're changing from good food to something else.
It's got a good smoky flavor. It's in oil. That is primo right there. If you're on into days,
Now this actually looks good.
I can smell
You'll-
that.
you'll-
That
you'll be
smells familiar
fighting.
right there.
people, what do you think? You still got a funny face.
A lot better
did
than
you
that.
get a
Smoky
bone?
taste hit
I
you.
tell you what, it's way fucking better than sardines. But that you could eat when you're starving. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna eat dirt before the sardines. That shit was gross. That shit's not too bad. Honestly, I was thinking if you dry it out a little and you serve that on top of some fucking mashed potatoes, that should be bang, bro.
Yep. Tons of ways you can use it. You can put it on your noodles, or if you got some rice or beans, just to add some flavor to that bland shit.
Yeah.
On in today's scenario.
So, hypothetical, let's say this shit doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Like, they don't stop it. 5 years. Are you gonna be alive?
I got seeds and I got bullets. You know, when my MREs run out, you know, I'll be
Because I think seeds
Canning.
and ammo is important, man.
I'll be canning and drying out jerky. No matter what the hell I
Oh
shoot.
yeah, kill anything,
I'm
make
making
that jerky.
with it, smoking it, salting it, canning it.
You know, I see it stopping, but I don't see it stopping like anytime soon. Not before the summer's over. And I don't know if you
It's
follow
gonna-
Donald Trump, but his dumb ass was it's gonna be over by everybody's gonna be back to work by Easter.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yep.
we know you're lying. You're telling those comfort lies, you know,
Yeah, he's
like you
just
tell to
trying
a
keep
fat
that
girl in a
mass
skinny
panic
dress.
down. But instead, he should have let us know what was going on. That way,
Yeah.
we were hunkered down, and it didn't get as bad as it is now. If we would have known.
They should have told us. They should have started this whole. First off, like the Walmart,
It's
the 5 people in the building. They should have started that shit in January.
yeah.
If they once they started seeing the numbers pop up
This
in
stuff's
China
been
like
around
this,
here since November, and that's been stated more than once on
I think so too.
several news feeds.
It made so much sense when I seen this fucking tweet that the president of China retweeted. It made so much sense where this Because, dude, I got mad sick at the end of November. Luna got sick.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got mad fucking sick. All the
didn't
people
know.
at my work, this bitch had a cough for like 3 months, dude.
Yes.
Mad people
Yeah,
were sick.
We've all already had.
And I went to the doctor, and they're like, nothing. Well, we don't know what's wrong with you. You just ride it out. Ride it out.
Upper respiratory.
That's what they were telling everybody. My mom, my sisters, you got upper respiratory infection.
We were out hunting in November, and my father got it. And you know, we hunt with a lot of people from all over the world, or all over the United States. Sorry, from North Dakota, Denver. You know, several areas pretty far out from here. And my dad went home with it. The doctors, you know, they called it a bronchitis, and that was bullshit. You know, it wasn't nothing like we've ever seen before.
That's
got
exactly what my mom said when she went in December and she had bronchitis. She's like,
Gave it to
no,
me.
I
Yeah.
have it all the time. I
And
know what bronchitis
The
is.
cough is unreal. The dryness of your throat just feels like I can, you know, it's not even the frog in your throat or the feather that everyone explains. It's just, you can't even breathe. It's so terrible. And, you know, my wife got it, my son got it, my mom got it, and, you know, they got CPD and all that other stuff that real bad cough from smoking. And, you know, my dad has hepatitis, and he has other things that are bad for you, and they're saying that that's gonna kill people. Well, they survived. You know,
Yeah,
us younger
it's like
people
they've
survived.
had a 98-year-old woman who lived and a 90-year-old woman who lived. It's
And,
like
you know,
how
I just
terrible
seen
can
that.
it be?
how many
Like
people?
a few minutes ago, the 90-year-old lady that survived, I was crying. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
holy
you know,
shit,
it's
how
it's
did
like
they survive?
how deadly can this be for it? I think, you know, I think it's got a lot to do with
It's your health, really.
you know, your health. I think plays a factor in it, but
Big time, dude.
just your day-to-day life and how you
Like,
you know, if you're one
I
of
do
them people
flooring
who
for a
ain't
living,
doing
so
shit
I'm around
never,
shit all the
yeah,
time.
all the time, bro.
You know, these older
Eye
people aren't
contact.
around stuff very much anymore. Back in the day, they would have outlived us all because
Yep.
ain't no one as hard as these old people were back in their day.
Straight up, it's like I was watching that George Carlin shit the other day where he's like talking about how he used to fucking play in the actual water from the sewage factory because they were little kids that didn't know how to read and didn't know what it was.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and he's like, bro, and none of us ever got sick, bro. And it's like, you're not gonna have no type of immune system unless you tease this
Me
bitch
and my
a
little
bit.
brother just talking about that just the other day. We're over at my.
See, I really worry about
Grandmother's
Jeremy
house.
about this too, though. After the West Nile shit,
He's had West Nile. He just blew his hands off with some firecrackers the other day.
fuck, man.
Get-
Missing a finger.
Kids,
For real?
Yeah. His
Damn.
left
blew a
ring
finger
Took a
completely
finger.
off. Yeah.
Are you fucking for real? He blew
Yeah.
a finger off.
Damn.
What the shit, yo?
The West Nile caused meningitis of the spine and brain. You know.
Yeah, that
And he
shit's
lived
scary,
through it all.
bro.
So, you know, this is just another one to add to his list of shit.
Well, hopefully he doesn't have to add this to no list. Hopefully, you know, he rides on through this, because that shit would suck.
You know, his wife's
Holy
got him
shit.
wrapped in bubble wrap.
Holy shit, what kind of fireworks was this fool playing with? These pictures are no
These are
joke.
some badass artillery shells from Texas.
Holy shit.
it didn't shoot out
$175
of the
for
motor.
9 shots.
Oh my
Third
god.
shot blew up in his hand, took a finger off, blew the rest of his hand apart.
His hand is fucked up.
That shit
dude.
looked like my thumb,
It's
dude.
been a month and a half of.
Looked like my thumb
recovery.
right there.
He's starting to use one hand already. He had several pins, breaks.
That's no joke of a fucking. Oh, shit.
Oh no, that.
That's no joke of a wound. Like when you said it,
Yeah,
I
both
thought you were
hands.
talking about Chris when
He's
he
gonna have to go through a whole
burnt
lot
his
fucking,
fingers. You know,
no,
this
so
fucking
no.
blew his hands in
I
half,
thought you
dude.
knew. I thought I sent those pictures to you.
No, that shit is gnarly. That fingernail, I hate fingernails. That is the most disgusting shit, bro.
See what this quarantine got? You know what your family's.
Now,
look
yeah,
like.
this quarantine's giving people too much goddamn time. Shit.
Yeah, and you know, as far as this virus killing off the old people, again, conspiracy theory. You know, those people know how the world works and know our rights. And
A lot of
Yes.
people, a lot of people
us
been
are
just saying
stupid.
shit like that,
Exactly.
man.
us younger generations are dumb, and our
Yep.
younger generations below us are even stupider.
It's
and-
even stupider, bro.
And we're just gonna let all these people just take our rights and hold us in these houses.
And that's it. Because look,
That's how it's gonna end
look
up.
how much rights now people have willingly. To me, I think this might just be a big experiment to see how far they could push people. Because it didn't take long for them to scare every fucking buddy, bro. There's a flu. I'm like, okay.
The school shootings, that was
Yeah.
that was them testing us. They were gonna try to
And for guns, and
get
then,
our kids all in concentration camps, and then
but now we
order
got
us
all
that
this,
way.
all this crazy shit going on. And remember, people have not been talking about it, but still, July 1st, the red flag law kicks in for New Mexico. They passed this a few months ago, and then I'm wondering, I'm like, if this stays all the way to January or July, when they're already planning on coming and taking guns from people, then I could definitely see a possibility that they're like, well, everybody's acting crazy right now. Give us your weapons. We'll return them later.
And again,
And you never get
they
them
got
back.
us all in our houses, and
And that's it. They know where you're
we're
at.
not able to congregate with big groups.
Yep.
So how can we protest this stuff?
Yeah.
We gotta stay together and stay strong and not let them tell us what to do. Not try to fear us out of our own rights.
You know, I seen the stupidest shit the other day. It was like, we gotta stand by our children from a safe social distance. What the fuck are you
is
talking
that,
about?
man?
It's your kid. Motherfucker hugging him is a safe social distance, you
They
piece
don't
of
want
shit.
us around the old people talking with the old people
Yeah.
and hearing their sense.
And that's a real big fear of mine about this too, is once you get it, you're isolated. You ain't talking to no one. Who the fuck knows if they just killing these people on purpose? Because once they have you over this shit, you're done.
All
If
they
you're
have to
hospitalized
say
over this, you
is
are
it
not
killed
seeing anybody.
It killed you.
Yep.
Sorry,
That's-
it killed your dad, your mom, whatever.
And my thing too is like, for the places where people are recovering, why are they not ever dropping the number on the total cases? You know?
Because
now they
high point and it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
keeps climbing.
You know, and they I was reading an article the other day. They
But look
said,
at all the ones that all the recoveries. That's not out there. That's not posted. That's not.
Actually,
And I
one
think
of
it
my
should be.
relatives
you know,
posted
if
that.
we're
They
gonna
posted
make all
it.
this
They
crazy
said,
shit, you should have a balance for it, bro. Don't just show all the bad shit.
yeah,
You got to
exactly.
show that
Stop
some
posting
people
all
are
the
getting
negative
good too.
shit And fucking post how many people have survived it so far and have recovered from it. You know what I mean?
And that's just a way to.
Fear. Keep that
So
fear high.
here's another one we got here. This one is just a little Walmart off the shelf. It's a beef stew, freeze dried. You just tear the package open, boil some water, pour it into the package, reseal it because it's a Ziploc,
Oh, that's dope.
and then just like
It cooks in the
macaroni in
package?
the gel, you just let it cook itself up.
All right, let's try this shit. I'm scared as fuck, honestly, Brandon, because so far all the stuff
What is the date on that?
Oh, I don't care
I've
about
eaten
that.
quite a few
But
MREs.
so far, all the stuff that you've given me has not been very appealing. Like, I feel like we should have ended with the sardines, you know?
And you're
Starting
a
with-
guy that's probably never fished. You don't swim. You don't camp.
Right?
Exactly.
You know, your camping is coming out to the lake and drinking a beer and passing out. So.
See? And so I've been camping with you many a times.
And that's what you've done many a times. And your mom is
Alright,
a
I tell you
great
right
cook,
now,
so
this shit is the bomb, yo.
little Walmart special. It's in
It would be
between
better
$4
without
and
that
$8.
meat. That meat tastes like dog food, but everything else in it tastes bomb.
You've tried
That's
dog
dried
food,
meat
huh?
for you.
I've eaten dog food mad times, bro.
Yeah, I've eaten those.
Just to piss the dog off, not even because I was hungry. But yeah, that tastes pretty damn good. And how much do one of these things cost?
It's in between $4 to $8. They have several different ones. They have some that are just ready to eat little sandwiches. You open it up and it's some type of
You gonna munch
masa.
it?
Some type of masa wrapped around it like a bread or a tortilla, and it's got some. It's like a beef or a pulled pork, and it's a barbecue sandwich is what it is, but
Ooh.
it don't look nothing like a barbecue sandwich. Kind of like a hot pocket looking thing. And it's pretty good. You can warm it up, leave it out in the sun, let it warm up, or just eat it cold.
See,
And
the
that
only
one's
ones
just a
I've ever
ready
had
meat.
are the ones where you just eat cold. Like, when I was going to Florida, there was a Marine on the bus, and he was letting me have a few. And they were like in one big, it was like a little brick of I don't know. It looked like Play-Doh, but it tasted pretty good.
Play-Doh, huh?
Yeah, it looked weird as shit, bro. It was all.
So it was a little salty.
Oh, it was definitely salty. It was it might have been Play-Doh he wrapped up in a fancy package. I don't know.
I've ate some Play-Doh before, but
But it
not on my
we all-
survival
yeah,
trips.
it didn't taste too bad though. I'm gonna take another bite of this shit.
Yeah, it's,
These guys are fighting over this one.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
This is the one you want to keep in your bag and you don't want to share.
This is
I'm out, bro.
beef stew, freeze dried. That is sick, man.
And again, with most
And you
of
said you
these,
buy
it's
it
just
at
to add
Walmart.
water. You know, so if you're by a river, a stream, or a lake, you can dip your pan in there, let it boil to get out all the
Bacteria.
nasty stuff. If you want to filter it out with a t-shirt or something to get anything that's big and heavy in there.
Okay, that second bite, I got meat that was like absorbed with that moisture,
a
that
little
water.
bit better.
That shit tastes really better.
So we should have shook it a little bit more.
Yeah, I let mine sit a lot. I would let them sit a while, man.
The ingredients are
I'd even
potato,
insulate
cooked
'em
beef,
in, like, a
carrot,
towel, and
green
just fucking
peas,
let 'em
corn,
chill.
oil with
It's
spiced
seriously
extract.
Exactly, beanie.
So these ones don't come in the ginormous packages. These ones are singly, and you know if you're to buy a bunch of them, it'd probably cost a little
Yeah,
more.
if you were gonna,
I like this.
If
That's
you were gonna
dope.
build your survival pack, you would definitely put these in there. Fucking.
Yeah, definitely putting them in those there.
And a filter.
Yeah, I
There you
got
go,
I
man.
got tons of those. I got one in the boat, one in the truck, one in the survival bag.
I
They're just
got
the
a-
easy straws. You can just straight stick your head in the water wherever you're at and drink, and it filters.
What is this water bottle you got here?
So this comes with this little bucket survival pack too.
What the fuck?
It's just a regular normal water bottle, like a sports drink water bottle.
Fill it
Uh-huh.
up and
You
it
fill it
filters.
up, and it's got your filtration system.
It looks like a Brita
the
on your
nozzle.
bottle.
So you know you
When it comes
put your
out
water in it.
filtered.
You can simply just dunk it in your stream or ditch, or you know I prefer taking my shirt, put it over it, let it fill up with water.
Get
That
the
way you're not
big
getting
part.
any.
And see, now you've got the
sands.
double filter going.
And you know you're taking out the bigger particles, and then this one will make it to where it's
Yeah,
got your.
you dump that in our ditch, you're liable to get a crawdad in there.
It's usually got it's usually got like a charcoal filtration system of some sort in it. And
That's a cool ass bottle.
it'll supposed to make you survive. I'm sure if there's any kind of crazy chemicals, it still might get to you.
Yeah.
On a nuclear fallout or something, but you know.
When you're dying of thirst, it's gonna hold the water for you to take a drink. That's for sure.
Dude, I've drank from a muddy puddle of water with no fucking
Most of the
filter
things that
all
go into
out,
your
happy
stomach
as
will
fuck,
kill
man.
it.
It's as strong as battery acid, and it can melt steel. It lives inside of us and helps digest our food.
When you're that far out and you're that dry and dehydrated and you find a fucking mud puddle, dude, that's like a fucking.
Sorry.
That's a.
You got
it's
some
like a
sardine
beer,
coming
bro.
up with that beer?
Yeah. I'm just ready to have this be done with. And the main reason I'm over it is because my work ain't shut down. They're not gonna pay me this, to take time off like I want.
Or any more to be there and risk your family.
And that's my thing. Is like, if we're making $2,000+ an hour, it's like so a lot of people are still going through. It's like business ain't really.
I
slowed down.
think their
All that
business is
money-
probably doubled or tripled without these bigger restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh no, they were normally doing like $3,000 hours and shit. That place is busy as fuck.
But
It's just there's so much money coming in and out of there still, and I think if this shit is spreading, it's got to be on your money, bro.
and it's
Straight
gonna-
up. Look
it's
how
gonna-
many fucking people are still, like I said,
Yeah.
out there doing their shit every day, passing
Fuck
that
yeah,
cash
man.
around. Here you go.
And that's where it's all at. And the people that ain't working ain't gonna be out spending. So
Yeah.
You gotta
As
think
soon
about
as-
the assholes around here too, purposely trying to spread it. You know what I mean? Dickheads.
I've
like that.
oddly enough seen a
Fucking
lot of
idiots.
news shit about people trying to spread this shit on
Yeah.
purpose, where they're like
Fucking assholes.
coughing on food or something. I
that's a
seen.
terrorist act. And
Police arresting a man after witnesses say he was coughing and spitting on food at the grocery store. Cell phone video right here showing people inside the store holding the man down until police could arrive. 65-year-old is accused of intentionally coughing on produce Stop and Shop says it threw out any potentially infected food, then sanitized the store. Shoppers, of course, left in disbelief.
That somebody would even think to do that is just, it blows my mind right now, especially with what's going on. And everybody should be bonding together and be respectful of each other and try to stop the spread of this awful thing that's going on right now.
Police say there's no indication the man has COVID-19, but he was taken to a nearby hospital to be evaluated. The store has since banned him for life.
Those people will go to prison for that stuff if they're caught.
Yeah, they should be.
And
maybe not go to prison, but definitely get their
if I
fucking
see
ass
someone
kicked.
like that, I'm gonna risk getting the coronavirus on my fists.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, that's some bullshit, bro. I don't know.
I saw this redheaded kid on YouTube. I'm not sure if he ever got caught, but he's walking around Walmart saying he's asymptomatic and this, that, and another, and that all you old fuckers better stay at home. And he ain't gonna change his life for nothing or no one. And you know, he's one of them people that
Those are the
carrier.
cocksuckers, bro.
He's a carrier,
but don't
he's
get
not
sick.
he's not sick. He's
Super
just got
carrier.
that little cough, and you know that's what's out spreading it. It's not the people that are dying that's spreading it. Those people are.
Yeah, it's the people that don't even know they have it.
And that's that's where this virus is deadly. And you know they've had plenty of time to correct it in the facilities, I think, and it's been around for a long time. And you know it's all gonna be with the antibodies and the vaccine.
Yeah,
you know?
and
it's a big pharma thing.
I seen Bill Gates up on here the other day on Fox News talk about he's giving them $100 million to develop a vaccine. He's gonna do it.
And the
Gates Foundation is very much at the forefront on this hunt for a vaccine. We've all learned by now the timeline, the hopeful timeline of 12 to 18 months. That is a highly expedited track, a fast track for a vaccine. Can you explain why?
For most diseases, you don't pursue more than one or two approaches. Here, because of all the incredibly negative effects, the sooner the better. And so we're going to pursue, there are 100 efforts, but maybe 10 of those should get the resources to build factories and go full speed ahead. Then it'll be multiple companies, which that's not typical. And it'll all be at risk because those are billions of dollars that, when they're successful, will save the trillions of dollars of broad damage. So, you know, the best scientists working hard on this, and I'm hopeful. In fact, in the last few weeks, I've seen signs that we may get to the optimistic side of that time projection.
This vaccine's already developed. You know, I just watched one that's...
You gotta get it approved, though, is the issue.
No,
You
it
gotta jump
is.
down this
They've
FDA
got a
bullshit.
patent on it. America bought the patent on coronavirus back in 2000, I think it was like 12. And
Well, they said this is almost just like SARS, except a hyped up version.
yes, they
you know?
took it and they've had time to soup it up in their labs.
And I honestly believe that they have to have a vaccine for this because they would not allow this shit to happen if
think about
they
this,
knew.
If Trump didn't have a vaccine,
And
would he be up walking around?
straight
You know?
the fuck up. And he's refusing to wear this stupid mask and all that. He don't
And
give a fuck.
they
He's like, I'm
told-
the goddamn devil. I ain't dying today.
Told everybody not to wear the mask for how long?
Forever.
Just so we didn't go buy them up.
Yeah.
And, you know, here we are making normal ones, and they're saying even these normal ones are better than the ones that are
Yeah, the paper ass
than
little
the
piece
paper
of shit.
ones.
Yeah, because
the mechanic
the
tells,
CD said
my
those
old lady said,
paper
the
ones are
mechanic-
barely
the
doing shit.
mechanic tells
Yeah.
they're really good filters.
And then they also have one, some people are doing, local people, I forget what town they're from, they're taking the medical drapes and they're making these masks. And she's got, you know, several of her church friends and a bunch of young girls doing this in their kitchens. And
I love the fact you guys did that, man.
There's
Donate it to Crane's Roost. It's local. It actually helps. You can see see it. That's cool, man. Like,
A few people I know are doing that too, making masks.
And you know, we see them all the time on Facebook. People selling them $5-6 a piece. I understand you're paying for those materials, but if you're able to buy materials or know someone that can donate the materials or the money so you can get them, and you got the time, we're all sitting on our ass right now, so we could be making these and we could be making a difference.
Yeah,
for a
there's
lot of
nothing
people.
wrong with donating and helping out the people, straight up. But right in front of us now we got some cheesy broccoli rice. This
is an MRE.
This is an MRE, and
It smells like puke.
it smells like puke not only, but it also looks like puke. So it does have some consistency going with it.
So my wife just indicated to me that $10 worth of material will make 30 masks. So
See, if you got $10 to spare, you can help fucking 30 people. Don't be a fucking piece of shit, bro.
we went out there and we bought several yards of this stuff, and my wife already had, you know, her sewing machine and elastics and stuff like that. But that's a different episode.
So this shit ain't bad. Ain't bad at all.
You don't like it?
What you got? What you got here? This
You
is
like the fucking sardines?
cheesy broccoli rice, huh? Now we're gonna.
That actually tastes like some camels.
After we have a bite of all this stuff, we're gonna put a little of this on that sardine and let you try it again mixed.
That sardine shit was rough, yo. I'm telling you, that motherfucker was gross. Straight up. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Put some potatoes chopped up in that bitch. That shit's gonna be bomb. Yeah, some potatoes in that bitch. That shit would be good. Almost tastes like the soup the broccoli and cheese soup they give at Subway.
I didn't know.
It's not bad. Needs a little
Not
salt.
ours, but the salt, a little bit of
You know,
pepper.
we didn't spice any of this stuff up at all. But if you got it, you know, might as well put it in there.
I don't think that's terrible.
If you're gonna live off the land, I recommend
So this
stocking up on spices.
Yep, spices is key to eating. You know, if you want to eat for flavor. My great grandfather used to always tell me his
What do you want your jackrabbit to taste like?
a little bit of salt. You know, you can even take a bush of sage and throw it on there, and you
Yep.
can smoke it with the sage. But my great grandfather, 97-year-old man, born in 1917, used to watch us kids run around the house all day just eating all this munchies coming from gas stations. You know, your Hot Pockets and shit.
Love me a hot
Do
pocket.
you eat to live or do you live to eat? He'd always tell me. And so, well, I eat to live and then I live to eat. So ain't it the same?
Nah.
He said, no. Beans and potatoes is eating to live. Looks like you're living to eat because all you guys are walking around here is a bunch of expensive bullshit. And this is he was a preacher, you know. He didn't cuss much, but his end of days, he still ate big old plate of potatoes in the morning, a little bit of cornbread and warm milk. And, you know, that made him live all the way to 97, so obviously it's doable.
Straight up.
So this food here,
I would change up the cornbread because cornbread ain't my cup of tea either.
cornbread, I like
don't
cornbread
like
and
cornbread?
beans. I don't know about the milk. Warm milk.
No, warm milk
It
is
was kind of weird.
bad.
I'd
Yeah,
warm that
that
up
warm
for him
milk.
every day.
Yeah, that's too much.
I never did try it, but I did make it for him a lot.
It tastes like
Every
rotten
time I
milk.
think about
Yeah.
warm milk, I think about Happy Gilmore.
Could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps put me to sleep.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
That shit just makes your stomach turn, but Grandpa liked it.
Yeah, the older
every
people
once in a
did,
while,
man.
a little spoonful of sugar in it too. But this broccoli and cheese here
It's the whole pan.
and rice, you gotta
Oh, I
use
ain't no goddamn whole pan of this shit.
regular pan and lots of water because it takes out that rice is pretty stiff.
That's what she said.
It's not like the real instant rice. It is still instant rice, but it takes a while to break it down.
You definitely want to insulate this one.
Yeah, you're gonna
Keep
cover
it
it
as
up.
hot as you can and insulate the fuck out
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
not too bad though.
And most of my little
So,
hiking pins all have lids, so
years ago when you started
Slow
buying all this
boil.
shit up, why? What made you?
I've always been ready. I always carry too much, and
You always,
you know, got enough to go around most of the time.
because I'm sure
That is the
you
best
know
way
at
to
least
be
one
around
person
here.
who said that you're a dumbass for buying all that shit.
My wife, she just don't like all the clutter around the house, but you know.
But now is she thankful that you got something?
She's getting into it. She's doing her own part. She does things too and makes it her own thing. So, you know, we're always butting heads about me buying shit, but that's never gonna stop.
No, I don't see that happening.
And you know, just the other day I was cleaning out my boat and getting it ready for the summer and pulled everything out of it just to clean up the bottom of it. And my dad's like, "Well, this is how your boat's supposed to look like." And I told him, "Well, how are you gonna catch a fucking fish or eat something? You know, if you don't have nothing in your boat, what are you gonna do? Just out riding your boat? That's not the purpose of a fishing boat." And you know, made him think. And when you got your pops.
Because I've known you a long time, and I can honestly say you're pretty much always stocked up, especially anytime you're at the lake.
And it don't matter what we're doing. I always have more than enough of whatever we're doing.
Food and beer for sure, man. The essentials. How long are you guys expected to be out of work, or are you just day by day in it?
It's always day by day with my work, but with this going on, our shops closed down a little bit earlier because, you know, non-essential is people walking around browsing and shopping. So you can't exactly just pick your stuff off the internet. The stuff that I do is a specialty company, unless you're buying shit off of Home Depot or Lowe's, and then you can call me up. I can come do your measurement. You can give Lowe's offline whatever you need, get it ready, do it all on credit
See,
card.
because I noticed that Lowe's and Home Depot are still operating, and I'm telling myself every day when I drive past, how the fuck is this essential?
Because it's lumber, it's everything. It's gardening. It's got all your stuff in there. You know, you're building houses and stuff like that. People, plumbers, you know, things that gotta work all the time. You gotta have a place to buy the stuff. So those places haven't slowed down their business hours, their staffing, or nothing. If anything, it's increased.
Do you think that, like, to me, because I think, you know, we know for a fact in this state, you're not supposed to have more than 5 people. And they said this includes even your family. And then my job, we be selling 250 sandwiches to one group. And it's like, at what point does a business take social responsibility and says, hey, I can't do this. I'm willing to lose money to follow the law and help people be safe.
Well, something like that might be an organization picking up food and going around and dropping off for old people or feeding the old folks home. It could be several different things, and they can always backscape on that. But, you know, if you know it's going to a group of, say, you know, a get together for a football club or something like that.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, if it's to help people and the law enforcement and the doctors and shit that people help out, I can support it. But whenever it's to just a bunch of shitheads, I don't understand the purpose. I don't see how this could be qualified as essential in any such way.
It's, you know,
when you come in the cops,
but the same thing with Lowe's though. It's like Lowe's, people can come in and buy shit. You know, I think maybe you should have to come in with what your project is. Is your project remodeling, or is it fixing something that you have to have?
I totally agree with that, and the same with like Walmart and stuff. So if you come in and you're needing something to get your air conditioning going, I think that's pretty essential.
I think that's essential because we're getting hot now.
If you're wanting gardening, that's essential. You're spending time out in the sun, getting your vitamin D, and you know that's really good for you right now. And there's not ever too many people working out in the garden at the same time. No one wants to do that with you, so you're doing that by yourself most of the time. But as far as like Walmart, I was in there the other day buying, you know, some dog food or whatever. Walked by the electronics.
Oh yeah, that's it. People browsing games and shit.
This
it's like
lady looking at every movie, reading what every movie is about. You know, and you got a family in the toy aisle with 3 kids running around. The mom pushing.
Yeah, if your kid didn't have toys before this, then you didn't love them anyway. Get the fuck out of the store.
And recently, my son just had a birthday. We didn't go shopping for him. Stuff we did get him was from months ago before this shit happened, and I didn't feel like it was essential to go in. And
it's not, you know.
The things that I did want to get him, I wanted to buy him a rifle. You know, he's getting older and he's more responsible. He's had his hunter safety for a couple years now, and I couldn't even buy him a rifle. Everything that is maybe 3 or 4 rifles on the shelf that were affordable, but they were shit guns. And other than that, everything was
gone.
$2 to $3 grand. It was gone. You can't purchase them off the internet because even the stockpile is out of stock. The big warehouses are out of stock, and this is Sportsman. You know.
Yeah,
they shut down East Main to the point to where the only way you can come in is you come into the outside gate. And if you got a gun ordered, or if you're getting something out of pawn, you can do that. But you cannot pawn anything right now, and you can't buy anything from them.
I know, it's crazy. I just got my mom and dad's guns out of East Main Pawn because they're like, well, business is slowing the fuck down, I figured I better get them before they close, and you know.
And then you gotta have them to protect yourself.
So I got some. I already got faith in this oat milk because it's Quaker, and this little fuck.
So this is just one
he
of the
never
little...
steers me wrong.
A hug, a kiss, and a good hot Quaker Oats breakfast. The best school day start you can give your youngster. For just as his soul is nourished by a hug and a kiss, so will his young body be nourished by a good hot breakfast of Quaker Oats. Yes, you'll keep him bright and alert for classwork, happy and healthy through the morning's active play with a nourishing hot breakfast of Quaker Oats with that wonderful oatmeal protein. Naturally, youngsters look forward to an occasional change for breakfast. So one morning, try strawberries blended right in while the oatmeal cooks. Another time, blend in pineapple or tangy applesauce. The recipe for delicious oatmeal and fruit blended is right on the package. Yes, it's so nice having a mother who starts the school day with a hug and a kiss and a good hot oatmeal breakfast made with Quaker Oats or Mother's Oats, the same high-protein oatmeal.
That shit is good. Best thing so far.
I haven't ate any oatmeal with sugar in it in a long time.
I haven't had oatmeal in a minute. I got a bunch up there, but I use it to cook.
Does that got milk in it? No,
So
just water?
That shit
I
tastes
think
good
is really
as hell.
stupid is they have liquor stores open as an essential, but they don't have gun stores. Like, why wouldn't they?
Well,
why wouldn't they
liquor
buy
can
guns?
clean a wound. Liquor can
But I
sanitize. We have no sanitizers, so
Okay, so I'm gonna be a hypocrite right now because I've got beer in my hand, but at the same time, I fucking hate the fact that you're allowed to sell beer. It is not essential.
it is.
But it
essentially-
is because you can develop a habit.
It is a painkiller.
Yeah.
There's several different things for it. Can, depression, all that stuff. It can wipe away your pains.
It's wiped away a lot of my pains throughout the
Makes
year.
you
But,
happy.
I seen some lady buying 2 30-packs the other day at the gas station on the corner by Safeway. It's like, are we made to believe that this bitch is about to run through here? And that bitch probably went and got more the next day. So you guys know people are everybody partying and shit still?
No,
like here,
I believe
my neighbors,
she
we got...
has a 30-pack a day, so she got a 2-day stock. Anything after that, stockpiling and you're being greedy. She just likes her beer.
I like your style.
Just because you can only drink a beer don't mean someone can drink 30.
I believe it, but it's just, it's, at the same time, it's like, I just don't see beer being essential, junk food being essential. Like, anybody who's at the store buying a big bag of licorice should get smacked in the fucking teeth.
There again, that kind of shit is on the shelves. People aren't buying junk food right now. The ho-ho Twinkies, all that kind of shit, it is way stockpiled in those stores. None of that is getting bought right now. Everything that is gone right now is any kind of your dry noodles.
See, I went to
your
Smith's
rice.
and that whole shit. I didn't see one bare shelf, bro.
So
everything was full.
That's the difference between one day and another. The first couple of days this shit happened, we had already went shopping and did what we needed to do, like we normally do, and we buy beef, 50 to 60 pound, big old chunk of beef, cut it up, make our own steaks and our roasts. I was joking around with my wife. Well, we should get this rice. We should get this beans.
Straight up beans and rice.
Which we already have. 50 to 90 pounds of both, just because that's how we always have it.
You're Mexicans. It's given.
We fostered for a while, and we had 7 to 9
You guys
kids.
had a little army man there for a while.
So and I know your mom and dad have to shop like that.
Yeah, my mom, she's always.
Now we're back
that's
to a
where
smaller
my mom's
family.
like, she's used to it. She's used to stockpiling.
Yeah, and when you got a big family like that, that's how you shop. So we still shop like that, but it lasts us for months.
Yeah.
And it's we only have to go in there once every 2 to 3 months. So, that kept us out of there.
I would think that would just be more convenient in itself
And
anyway.
that's how we shop from then on, and we've done that for years. And we just happened to shop right before this happened, and then we went in the next day to get a couple of things that we forgot. The shelves were bare. There was nothing. That day there was everything. The next day there was nothing.
See, and I could see that because I've seen it on the news a couple times, blah, blah, blah. And then they started hitting it with that fear shit. And then I would go to Walmart, and there's fucking lines everywhere. Go to Sam's Club, they're like, You got a 2.5 hour wait. I'm like, for what? Is Jesus at the end of this? I ain't trying to meet the motherfucker. I want some groceries.
And that's one thing I did forget was some water. Normally we have 2 or 3 cases of water on the front porch. We go camping and fishing.
Oh yeah, every time I go into your front porch,
So-
you guys got water out the ass.
So, you know, I freeze those, and that's another thing with my camping or bug out, whatever. I freeze the water bottles, and then when we stick them in the cooler, you don't have to pack ice because you already have it frozen water. And at the end of the day, you have water instead of ice, instead of pouring water out and all that weight, because that's a boat issue. I have frozen waters there as my ice, and then we have waters at the end of the day.
See, that's some super smart shit.
But
right there, right?
you know, I went to go get 2 cases of water. I heard the water crisis, whatever.
Water limit
I
one.
went there, and there was 5-6 pallets, and I put 2 of them in my basket like I normally do.
No.
I had normal groceries. I didn't have nothing, you know, just regular shit. I had a couple half gallons. I had some pistachios. My wife likes those in bulk from Sam's Club. And then go to the front, and even though we had 3 people with us, she said only 1 per member. So I had to take it out of my cart, and I refused to go take it back.
Oh, yeah, I ain't fuck you.
I
You
set
take
it
this
out,
shit
and I
back.
said, well, I'm not buying it. I'm not taking it back. And you know, which is bullshit because the stores, the clerks, and it's not their fault, but it's these people out there panic buying. you know?
Panic buying, bro. It's just like you don't do shit when you're scared. You don't make fucking rash decisions when you're scared.
You don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. It's the same thing.
You say real shit. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, or stoned.
Yeah, 100%. Real shit, bro. It's like I'm out buying the shit I do not need, the shit I want. The shit I want is not what you need.
The sex you want, you ain't getting. The sex you're getting, you don't want.
Nope.
It's I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm ready for it to be over, but like I said, I just want to see what life. Because I'm one of them people. I do not think life will ever be the way it was.
No.
I think how life was 4 months ago. Once this is done, we will never experience it like that again.
I think, you know, we'll get used to this, and then when we're gonna think that it's gonna go back to normal, but it's always gonna be a little different, because on the back of our minds, we're always gonna have that fear of what if.
What happened? What about next time?
Yeah,
it's
what
like,
if?
dude, chill the
And
fuck out, bro.
That's that what if is why I'm already prepared and ready, and I didn't freak out.
And that's
when this
it.
happened.
Yeah, you know, if you're that scared, be ready, but don't. And I hope that next time it happens, because there's gonna be a next time. I hope that people are more prepared,
you know,
and not, you know, let's start hoarding toilet paper months before, years before, because I don't see an expiration date on toilet paper.
You know, you brought up Bill Gates earlier. I don't know if it's Bill Gates or some other smart guy. 2 or 3 years ago, you know, he predicted.
When I was a kid, the disaster we worried about most was a nuclear war. That's why we had a barrel like this down in our basement, filled with cans of food and water. When the nuclear attack came, we were supposed to go downstairs, hunker down, and eat out of that barrel. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic. Let's look at Ebola. I'm sure all of you read about it in the newspaper. Lots of tough challenges. I followed it carefully through the case analysis tools we use to track polio eradication. And as you look at what went on, the problem wasn't that there was a system that didn't work well enough. The problem was that we didn't have a system at all. In fact, there are some pretty obvious key missing pieces. We didn't have a group of epidemiologists ready to go who would have gone, seen what the disease was, see how far it had spread. The case reports came in on paper. It was very delayed before they were put online, and they were extremely inaccurate. We didn't have a medical team ready to go. We didn't have a way of preparing people. Now, Médecins Sans Frontières did a great job orchestrating volunteers, but even so, we were far slower than we should have been getting the thousands of workers into these countries. And a large epidemic would require us to have hundreds of thousands of workers. There was no one there to look at treatment approaches, no one to look at the diagnostics, no one to figure out what tools should be used. As an example, we could have taken the blood of survivors, processed it, and put that plasma back in people to protect them, but that was never tried. So there was a lot that was missing, and these things are really a global failure. The WHO is funded to monitor epidemics, but not to do these things I talked about. Now in the movies, it's quite different. There's a group of handsome epidemiologists ready to go. They move in, they save the day, but that's just pure Hollywood. The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. Let's look at the progression of Ebola over this year. About 10,000 people died, and nearly all were in the 3 West African countries. There's 3 reasons why it didn't spread more. The first is there was a lot of heroic work by the health workers. They found the people and they prevented more infections. The second is the nature of the virus. Ebola does not spread through the air. And by the time you're contagious, most people are so sick that they're bedridden. Third, it didn't get into many urban areas, and that was just luck. If it had gotten into a lot more urban areas, the case numbers would have been much larger. So next time we might not be so lucky. You can have a virus where people feel well enough while they're infectious that they get on a plane or they go to a market. The source of the virus could be a natural epidemic like Ebola, or it could be bioterrorism. And so there are things that would literally make things 1,000 times worse. In fact, let's look at a model of a virus spread through the air like the Spanish flu back in 1918. So here's what would happen. It would spread throughout the world very, very quickly. And you can see there's over 30 million people die from that epidemic. So this is a serious problem. We should be concerned. But in fact, we can build a really good response system. We have the benefits of all the science and technology that we talk about here. We've got cell phones to get information from the public and get information out to them. We have satellite maps where we can see where people are and where they're moving. We have advances in biology that should dramatically change the turnaround time to look at a pathogen and be able to make drugs and vaccines that fit for that pathogen. So we can have tools, but those tools need to be put into an overall global health system, and we need preparedness. The best lessons, I think, on how to get prepared are, again, what we do for war. For soldiers, we have full-time waiting to go. We have reserves that can scale us up to large numbers. NATO has a mobile unit that can deploy very rapidly. NATO does a lot of war games to check, are people well trained? Do they understand about fuel and logistics and the same radio frequencies? So they are absolutely ready to go. So those are the kinds of things we need to deal with an epidemic. What are the key pieces? First is we need strong health systems in poor countries. That's where mothers can give birth safely, kids can get all their vaccines, but also where we'll see the outbreak very early on. We need a medical reserve corps, lots of people who've got the training and background who are ready to go with the expertise. And then we need to pair those medical people with the military, taking advantage of the military's ability to move fast, do logistics, and secure areas. We need to do simulations, germ games, not war games, so that we see where the holes are. The last time a germ game was done in the United States was back in 2001, and it didn't go so well. So far, the score is germs 1, people 0. Finally, we need lots of advanced R&D in areas of vaccines and diagnostics. There are some big breakthroughs like adeno-associated virus that could work very, very quickly. Now, I don't have an exact budget for what this would cost, but I'm quite sure it's very modest compared to the potential harm. The World Bank estimates that if we have a worldwide flu epidemic, global wealth will go down by over $3 trillion, and we'd have millions and millions of deaths. These investments offer significant benefits beyond just being ready for the epidemic. The primary health care, the R&D, those things would reduce global health equity and make the world more just as well as more safe. So I think this should absolutely be a priority. There's no need to panic. We don't have to hoard cans of spaghetti or go down into the basement, but we need to get going because time is not on our side. In fact, if there's one positive thing that can come out of the Ebola epidemic, it's that it can serve as an early warning, a wake-up call to get ready. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic.
With the last H1N1 went through, they had a guy set aside a team to have all this shit stockpiled and ready just in case this happened.
And what I don't like
they
is
fired that guy, and all his end of day list all went right out the door.
what I
He
don't
was
like
still
though
in
is
the
Donald
office.
Trump was talking about H1N1 and SARS and how he was gonna get rid of the flu right before he was elected and shit. Like, everything's just always so suspicious with the politics, man.
I didn't really even watch the news much up until about a month ago, and
yeah,
I'm just not into that kind of stuff. I got me and my family, and that's, all I need, and I'm ready to
seriously,
go.
because the news is just all bullshit anyway. It's just rich billionaire lies that they're wanting to feed us. And I just, no matter, they could tell, I don't give a fuck, bro. And this is how anti-government I really am. They could tell me right now the sky is blue, and I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker is not blue, yo. I ain't believing shit they say. So what are these things?
So these here are just some B12s. It's some natural.
B12, something that everybody's body needs, but nobody's body makes.
So it's some natural stuff. It's zero sugar, and
that's un-American.
Well, at the time I was on a diet, and we'll get through that. With
That's un-American too. What the
episode. Fuck? And but this here is just a little bit of energy, and they're small little capsules, little cool tubes. You can put some.
They look. If I gotta judge a book by its cover, these motherfuckers look like they probably taste delicious.
They're a little fuzzy because it says fizz on it. It's a Zip Fizz. One's an orange soda.
I'd rather have Zip Fizz than Dick J's.
And one is Fruit Punch. But I couldn't have anything for chasers on that diet. So.
It tastes like the emergency.
Yeah.
That shit is the bomb when you're hungover.
It does kind of taste like a medicine and stuff, but it's got energy in it also, and they're good. I found something else that I replaced it with, but this is something that's small. The little package, it's got a little plastic thing in it.
And this is called Zip Fizz, Healthy Energy Mix.
What is Zip Fizz? It's my morning kickstart. All right, come on, let's go. It's a powerful boost right when I need it. Come on, let's go. It's getting my kids to piano and football and ballet without needing 3 cups of coffee. What is Zip Fizz? It's rapid rehydration with only 10 calories, 2 carbs, and 0 sugar. It's the healthy alternative. So this is Zip Fizz.
Where do you buy this at?
This one here, I think we got from Sam's Club in a big ass pack.
Oh, yes. They only do a huge pack. That shit actually tastes really good. It tastes like soda.
I don't think I've seen them anywhere else, and I bought a couple of them, and I've had them for over a year.
Cash and Carry, man. That's my favorite spot, or the Shamrock, whatever the fuck now.
Yeah.
I love that spot, but man, the food selection since this bullshit has been hell, bro. Sucky.
Yeah, that's where we were the day before this happened. We went and bought us a big couple pork butts, some big chunks of beef.
I always get the beef, man.
And then the big old thing of cheese. It's like, I don't know, it's like 12 pounds of cheese, and then my wife just shreds it up and freezes it in gallon-sized bags.
Yeah, that's what I want to do is buy that big block of fucking cheese they have, dude. That shit ain't no joke, yo.
You know, that thing is, no kidding, it's like 7 to 12 pounds, something like that. It's
giant.
It's huge. But it makes like, I'd say, 7 or 8 gallon-sized bags of shredded cheese when you're done with it.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
But it's $45 in one smack.
And that's not bad when you consider how much these little
$14 for
16-ounce bags of fucking cheese are.
$7-8 for those 16-ounce.
Yeah, and that's a shitty cheese.
If you eat a lot of cheese like we do, you know that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And
I'm nasty. I'll eat cheese like a snack. Just chop that bitch off and just.
And you know how grandma back in the day, if it was moldy, she just cut the moldy part off.
Hell yeah!
It's still good, you know. So
it really is, though, bro.
And depending on what kind of cheese you got, you can keep some cheese out. You know, as long as it's in a cold.
I was
area.
When I first came up with the idea for this podcast, I was thinking about ordering this aged 100-year aged cheese.
The wheel of cheese.
Yeah, and where you're supposed to cut off the mold and shit, and then you eat the inside. I'm like, fuck, bro, I'll try that shit.
And it's fucking hella expensive. So it's
hella. That was the thing. It was hella expensive.
You want that?
Yeah, I want some of that. What is it?
Some Captain Morgan.
Oh Jesus.
That's always in my survival bag.
Numero uno.
I got the vodka for the cuts, and I got the rum for my brain.
Yeah, gotta have a balance, baby. Gotta have a balance. Oh man. So Brandon, I've known you for many years now. Too many, I like to think.
You know, not enough is what I say.
And we've done some dumb shit. You know, we've taken trips together, like
concert tours.
No, I was gonna say not my first concert, but you know, you've driven us across the states to do shows and
see your own personal shows. To see other people's
to
shows.
go see concerts, to do all the fun shit. You were at that concert in Gallup where me and Chris cut our heads open.
Yeah, and then I took the razors from you on the next one. I did the cutting and I got a little carried away. I didn't want you guys to hurt yourselves and cut you a little deeper than
at the Gallup show. Do you guys remember? Homeboy told me nobody is allowed to go back to the motel room, and we took everybody back to the motel room and fucked that shit up.
Yeah. And then we got free pizza too.
Yeah, we got free pizza too.
And the next morning we went to the free breakfast and everyone came and we only had 2 people staying in there.
Yeah, Pikachu's.
We have pictures from that one.
Oh. I thought it said I hate Pikachu's. I'm like, what the fuck does Pikachu got to do with this shit?
Yeah, we got several pictures and videos from all the different shows.
Yeah, I just remember waking up and there were cigarette butts all over that goddamn floor, bro.
Yeah, you guys are assholes.
Dude hit me up saying he was gonna sue me after that. All this crazy shit because it was all in his name. That's why I didn't give a fuck. It's like.
And this was the promoter.
The promoter. You know, he paid me money to come down there and fuck that place up.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I burned that bridge though.
And that was a pretty cool little setup.
That was a cool little spot,
man. It was
man.
a ghetto spot.
Ghetto spot.
But we ran that shit. It was cool.
It was a trip. It was a good show. But yeah, we've done a lot of shit. And I've seen you do a lot of stupid shit, fighting a lot of people. That's for sure. I remember many a times you've choked me out.
Yeah, you that wasn't people.
That wasn't
stupid,
nice.
Not
that
listening.
Cool. But
so, only way to get a handle on that is by choking you out.
So I want to talk about something. Out of all the years I've known you, I've only known you to get beat up one time, and you got knocked out before. Tell me about this.
I don't recall that because I was knocked out, I guess.
Well, you and what was his name? Bryce?
Oh, okay.
That's the only time I've ever known anybody to claim you have been beaten up.
I wouldn't say that was
and I'm going to say, from what I heard about it, what I heard, the stories I heard, it didn't seem like a fight at all.
I just got piss-ass drunk that night, and then everyone left, and I popped another half-gallon open, and slammed that half-gallon, and went outside to take a piss, and I guess, I don't know if his words were I was talking shit or tried to choke him out, but I don't recall that. And I just remember waking up fucking pissed myself on the floor. My dogs were fighting that night. I kind of remembered that. I guess I blacked out a couple different times, but just don't drink that much anymore.
So, speaking of pissing on the floor.
No, in my pants.
Oh.
I was on the floor.
Oh, you pissed your pants.
It was one of them good vodka drunks, you know?
Well, that brings me to a different story. One time, we're partying, and everybody there I had known to piss their pants once when they're drunk. And that never happened to me before. I've done a lot of dumb shit. I had to piss my pants.
Me neither up until that night.
So, I'm talking mad shit all night long. Y'all a bunch of bad words. I don't know what got me all riled up, but I'm talking shit.
Yes, sir.
And, I get shit-faced drunk. I wake up the next morning, and I have the meanest itch on my ass crack, bro. I start itching it. It's all dried up. I got drunk and shit the goddamn pants, bro.
Damn, you one-upped it.
On the night, and that's what made me so mad, is it was the night, I'm like, God, this is what I get, bro.
I think I shit in your pants that night.
It was,
made you think
somebody must have, because it was some bullshit, bro. And it was pretty embarrassing to have to leave, and you got a butt full of poop, bro. You know, because you can't just go wipe that off. It's already dried up. You got to leave the water running.
You're taking a shower and leaving your drawers behind on that one.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
Yep.
But another time, so you've met Marco, right?
Yes, sir.
This motherfucker is pissing me off. I swear I'm getting on the verge of kicking his fucking ass. Because every time this fucking douchebag comes over, he's getting all drunk with me and pissing on my fucking bathroom floor and then leaving before I wake up. And I'm fucking pissed. So one day I just go in there, I got my socks on, I step in his big bottle of piss. I'm so fucking mad, I blow him up. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna punch you next time I see you. And he's like, why? I'm like, bro, this is like the 4th time you pissed on my floor and then left my house without cleaning it up like a bitch, dude. Don't fucking play this with me, you know why. I'm so fucking pissed. But he's a...
Did you mop the floor with the kid?
I wanted to. But, I love Marco, but he's a twat boy, so he doesn't come around for a few weeks. And then I have to call him and apologize. Because the day comes, I don't drink liquor no more. I only drink beer.
Yes,
unless you're around, literally. And I drank liquor one night, and I wake up, I walk into the bathroom, and that puddle of piss is back, and Marco wasn't here. And it turned out it was me peeing on the bathroom floor the whole time. All this time, and I was going to beat him up over it, dude.
It took a little while to be off the liquor to understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, speaking of mopping the floor with someone that pissed, on our wedding, we threw a big-ass kegger, and we bought several tents. That way no one drank and drive, and you know, we had hella people. Cashed out about 5 or 6 kegs the first night.
I remember everybody from my high school was there, and none of them knew you guys. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys? We know them. I'm like, bitch, I know them. I ain't never seen you.
We had people from 5 different states and from every nation and.
Oh, it was the craziest shit ever, bro. Craziest party.
It was a good time, but
that party was something they make movies about, bro.
We had and that's why we did that party. If you remember that party, you weren't there. It was one of them ones. But I remember this one thing. This bitch pissed in one of my tents, and he got one of the homies come up and, hey, someone just pissed in this tent, you know, and it's like, well, you know, they just drunk and pissed. No, they had toilet paper in there, you know.
Oh, fuck no!
Bitch had the decency to wipe herself, but didn't fucking make it out the door. So we go unzipping tents, and we find this chick and the dude, and they weren't together, but, you know, they were together at the time. Well, I make homie clean the piss up with his pants, and we took both of their shoes, and we made them walk from Francis Canyon, and kind of feel bad about it these days, but I still know the dude. I don't know her, but dude's married and got kids, and he's a good man. And Skylar's beat him up about 4 or 5 times at my house since then.
Now I'm curious who you're talking about.
He's a firefighter and a good husband and a good father. And
let's go back to your party. It was literally, when I think of that party, have you seen the movie Project X?
Yep.
that's the motherfucking party that reminds me of, is the fact that everybody was there. I remember Dozer. You remember that fool?
Yes, sir.
I remember his dumb ass standing on the rock shooting them guns off.
Yeah, we had
like,
a couple Uzis when we came in. We probably had a couple hundred cars following us, and
gang of them, bro. I remember seeing people fuck their cars up trying to get down that hill.
Well, that hill was pretty good at the time. We did some illegal shit and took a skid steer and made the road nice.
We got different ideas. Pretty good. That motherfucker sucks still.
You should see it now. You got to have a 4-wheel drive like a rock crawler to get down that thing.
Oh man!
But we took some sand and made a beach, and then what ended up being, he wasn't my best man, but he was there for all my shit and did it all. He wasn't even a bridal party. He cut his fucking leg off with the chainsaw, or not leg off, but he cut his leg with the chainsaw.
Oh, I'm like, who the fuck did that?
And you shouldn't have gave this kid a chainsaw, but at the time he was helping. It was pretty funny.
And, who was it?
It was I'd rather not say. It was Scott Smith.
Oh shit!
Fucking too hotty Scotty. This kid fucking mowed his leg in, and we're all down.
I should have known. Billy just told me about the story a couple months ago.
We're all down at the houseboat, and he comes running in, and I cut myself. We didn't think it was too bad. We're fixing to send this chick.
It's with a chainsaw. It can't be too good, right?
We're fixing to send this chick to go get us some Chinese, and so he drops his drawers, and the motherfucker it looked like a gallon-sized baggie of salmon eggs just hanging out of his leg, because that's what fatty tissue looks like.
Uh-huh. And as soon as you get them deep cuts, that white.
Yeah, it is gnarly. So I'm drunk as normal, I'm chucking it in, pouring vodka on it, sterilized a fucking hook and some fishing string, and I'm fixing to put it together, and he's okay with it. And
all right, so anyway, you've got the fish hook, and you're about to fucking sew him up, huh?
So Scotty's down to let me do it, but whoever else was there, I can't even really remember who was all there. I think whoever the chick was, it's gonna go get us this Chinese food. She, tells us not to. She's older than us. I don't know who she is there. I think she was with Dozer or somebody, but old chick, and not old, but older than us at the time. She's probably our age now, but she was old when we were that age.
Yeah, I feel you.
So she packs Scotty up, takes him to the hospital, goes gets our Chinese, brings him back, and brings us our Chinese food, and that shit was banging. First night we cashed out 7 cakes, 6 cakes, whatever it was.
Dude, I said, Project A, I never seen so many cakes,
It was like a 4 or 5 day party, so.
I remember everybody from school, they kept asking, can we go on this boat? And I'm like,
get back?
Nah, dude.
We had people standing guard, the boat was sinking, there's
people were getting so pissed that me and Chris were just going on and off this bitch. And I don't remember, the dude who stunk all the time, man. He was at the...
Stinky.
He was at the front, man. He was like, you can't come
smelly.
on. You can't. I'm like...
So, this old chick there, she fucking one of my wife's dad's ex-girlfriends. She's all partying with us, 2 or 3 nights later. Old ass, cool chick. But my brother, we're all out there cooking, because I'm feeding all these fucking people every day. 100, 200 fucking hot dogs, couple hundred fucking cheeseburgers.
Like, there were so many people.
And so here comes my brother coming down the hallway of the boat with a hot dog bun, some fucking ketchup and mustard with his dick in him. Who wants a hot dog? Well, this chick gets down, fucking toothless, grabs a stripper pole and bites the shit out of his dick.
Yes! Yes!
She had mustard and ketchup all over her. She had one hell of a snack there.
Yes, that is the bomb.
I think my brother was a little bit more red than the ketchup was, because he didn't think no one was going to do anything. This old lady fucking mouthed this shit, and it was the coolest shit ever.
No shame in her game, huh?
Not at all. Later on that night, I ended up having to almost throw her off the boat because she was so hammered and just being obnoxious, but that's just who she was, and God bless the lady, she's a cool chick. But partying. I hope I party until that age, you know.
So, you drew all over Lyle, but let's not talk
Yeah.
about drawing on people, because there were mad times where I woke up in the middle of the day and had to go do shit important, and I left your house,
With the dick
and
on
then
your
I
cheek.
looked at my arms, and I'd be so fucking mad because there were dicks all over them, bro.
Dick on your cheek and stuff. Yeah, Lyle. Remember Lyle?
I
At my
remember
little
we
brother's wedding?
swastika him up, bro.
Yeah, Swazi's on his
All
brand new
over,
shoes.
dude.
The dick on his cheek, and then no eyebrow.
Yeah.
And then we saw him the next day at the fucking store.
And
walking
still
around
had
with
it on. Yep.
But that was some funny shit.
Yeah, I like Lyle. He was a good dude, man.
We got a couple more snacks here, though. We got
Yeah, let's indulge into these motherfuckers.
These are your sweetness, and we got some Nutri-Valley Crunch Honey and
You
Oats.
can't go wrong with the Valley, bro. They got the bomb.
Well,
shit,
this
bro.
one here is a dry motherfucker.
They are. That's the only
This
problem
one
with
comes
them.
with the 2 bars.
The
and
dry
it's
ones
hard
are the
crunchy.
best, though.
We weren't really morning people. We're vampires after all.
But then we tried new Nutri-Grain Fruit Crunch Bar. So crunchy.
Crunchy granola, made with real fruit, 20 grams of whole grains. Now we love mornings. New Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Fruit Crunch. Love the morning.
Save your life. If you don't have anything else, this has got your oats, got all your grains, got your sugars, so you got good carbs, bad carbs. It's gonna keep you alive.
And they taste delicious.
Fuck yeah, with coffee, they're bomb, dude.
Yeah.
This one's the hard, dry,
Bomb
crunchy
coffee.
one. We got another one. After that one's done.
That's good.
But,
as a
back
motherfucker.
on that conspiracy theory on the fucking this coronavirus. Who's gaining the most out of all this shit with everyone being locked up?
The government.
Netflix.
Oh yeah. And Amazon, bro.
So did Netflix
Amazon's
create
blowing
this
up.
fucker to let you fucking watch their TV?
See, there's a lot of streaming services out there, but my go-to is always Netflix, man. I fucking love Netflix, bro.
You know, I just recently had.
If they had Seinfeld,
the internet
that's the only thing
installed
I'd
in
ever
my
need.
house because of this bullshit, and I had to get fucking
Which is great. How the
Wi-Fi.
fuck did you live without the internet before this?
Because we don't want the fucking government in our house. So
Well, I like porn.
This is I got fucking some
Got some
free
magazines.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Walmart fucking.
You got it on your phone, baby.
You know,
Yeah, I know. I paid $25
Sweet
for
and
my
salty
phone.
nut. This
Fucking
motherfucker is good as hell.
I can't remember the last time I tried one of these soft ones.
Oh,
The
these
other ones
the
are just so
best
good.
ones you'll ever try.
That is good as hell. I like that. That's good
The
shit.
best one.
I'm glad it's not chocolate. I hate them with the chocolate.
Yeah, they
That
got
peanut butter
they
shit's
got
gone.
some with cheesecake shit on the bottom of it, or some strawberry.
That's not for me.
They're-
That cheesecake sounds like some terrorist shit, bro.
Or no, it's yogurt. It's got yogurt on it. That's what it is.
That's straight terrorist shit, bro.
That
Yogurt
shit-
on my good snack.
That shit's gonna get your fucking probiotics going. Let you make a good dookie at the end of the
You
day.
know when people use words I don't like, I just assume it's an insult.
God damn it! I don't understand.
God damn it! I said we were playing Scrabble, bitch. Oh man.
Stop beating people up, or you're gonna go to sleep. What? I don't understand.
But what do you think about this whole stimulus packet? Do you get one or how? You
Oh
get
yeah,
one?
I get one, and it goes right to my fucking ex, cause I owe child support. Cause the
God
government's
damn it, bro.
a motherfucker, you know. You can be a good father all your life and give your kid everything he needs, and still get fucked in the ass by the system. You know, I had my son for Wednesdays and weekends when he was around the New Mexico area, but when he moved up to Oklahoma, it went to, you know, just the days off of school in the
Yeah.
summers. So we did that for a while, and you know, none of that gets dropped out of the child support. You know, I have him 3 months of the year, and I still owe for 12 months of the year. How is that?
Yeah.
How is that even okay? And
I want, especially in this whole, the Me Too world, and dudes and women can both be whatever the fuck you want to imagine you are, a unicorn, I don't give a fuck. All this make-believe shit in people's heads now. At what point are we really going to start treating people equal? You know, because the court systems 100% do not treat men and women equal. I see it with Billy. He's got kids. He knows what it's like.
Yeah.
He's getting fucked just like we're getting
and
fucked.
he's got the kids all the time.
And he has them all the time, bro.
My wife's father raised them all the way up from kids. They didn't even know their mom until they were 13, 14. Their mom and grandma were getting child support.
I was about to say, as soon as they come back,
Medicaid
they
and
get fucking
food
right,
stamps.
so, bro, and it's bullshit.
But their mom and their grandmother never had custody of them or nothing, and they were both claiming Medicaid, food stamps, and child support on both kids through 2 different households in California and in Colorado, and he was raising them, and he still owed child support.
Don't make no sense. Don't make no goddamn sense, bro.
And that's
the system. And it's called the system because it fucks you.
So with the stimulus package is going to go right back to the system.
Yeah.
And then I hope, when I do the small business one, if we get that cleared, I can get my guys a little bit of money. We can get a little money to be able to keep our business flowing and pay some of our bills, and I don't even expect that, and I don't even think it's coming, so I don't.
And that's it. Don't hold your breath on it.
We'll put in for it, but if it comes, it comes. Just like the fucking taxes the last 2 years, they taken it for child support. They don't even know where the 2018 went. They don't know where it went. I need to find out. They don't know where it went.
I hate it whenever government official jobs tell you, well, you need to find out. It's like, you get paid for it.
Yeah, and I pay my child support for the last, 5-6 months. Been ongoing. I didn't pay for it for a while before that because it was a different story. But when I did start paying it, I've been paying the couple $100 a month for the last 5-6 months. Well, last month I get a letter. They took my,
and it's difficult because it's
took
not
my
like
driver's
it's an easy
license.
payment.
They took my business license.
What?
They took my hunting and fishing license
over child support
because I was non-compliant. Well, I've got all these receipts that I'm compliant. And you've taken, $6,000 here, $6,000 there for my taxes. It's like, how am I non-compliant? Look at all this money that's going to it. Where is that going? Oh, well, we must have made a mistake. Now I got to sit here and wait for them to figure out their mistake. And then now she called me a couple days ago. This is a month I've been waiting. She called me a couple days ago. Well, it's all okay to go. Now you can go into the DMV and get reinstated and pay the reinstation fines.
Yeah.
So I got to pay money to get my business license, my fishing license, my hunting license, and my driver's license. And so here I am getting.
And that's probably what, $30-$40 each one.
Running my business. How do I run a business without a business license, without a driver's license? When I got to drive to each one of these jobs all the time, I got to go from my house to pick up my workers, and this is just. And then you still expect me to be on time and pay child support again the next month, the following month.
How is any company, child support included, how's anything expected to make money when people cannot work?
Yeah.
When they're telling you can't work. I feel lucky that my job is working. I don't like it, but at the same time, I'm glad that I'm getting money that other people aren't. That shit sucks.
You chose a profession that's essential. You're still exposed to the money,
and that's
you're
it.
Exposed to the other staff members,
and that's it.
Who knows what they're out doing every day? And then you got
because they say you can spread this 1 hour after having it, but you don't notice symptoms from 9 to 15 days.
And you can fucking spread it for those 15 days.
And that's it. Who's to say that money that comes through and just wisp? This bitch is breathing the right type of air. Wisp that up. Yeah. And then an hour later, she's giving it to everybody at work.
One day, it's only coming out through coughs and sneezes. The next day, it's an everyday breath.
Yeah.
It can stay in the fucking air for how long, And then on metal surfaces.
And that's my thing. They're saying it can stay on surfaces forever. Money is the number one.
Change.
They said money was the nastiest shit way before coronavirus.
It's always been.
Always been. Look how many people are wiping their ass and not washing, and they touching this money.
Not enough disinfectant to fucking.
Not enough disinfectant. The one thing I do say about the coronavirus, I am happy about, is all the funny ass fucking songs. Not only the funny ones, but we've got a lot of good songs about the coronavirus after this.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries because people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin'. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you. so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town. This a pandemic. But we don't listen to the news cause they lied to us for years. So how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune. So we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge. Then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray.
This video, it's I think it's a good song. The material is good. The video is great quality. And I think he touched on some real shit about how a lot of people, like I was saying earlier, not scared of necessarily being the virus or getting the virus, but the stupidity that's going on.
The stupidity, the conspiracy theory. There's a lot of stuff that he pointed out there. You know, that kid is way underrated.
Way underrated. Tom McDonald, I tell everybody, I'm like, bro, listen to this dude. He's dope.
I think he slowed that song down so everyone can actually hear it.
Yeah. It was easy to actually listen to what this dude was saying.
It's really easily relatable.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially because everybody is feeling this. Not just the U.S. people, but everybody around the world can feel that song.
You know, and just another one of them white boys like Ritz. You know, he's real. He's here.
Yeah.
You know, there's.
And I've noticed a lot. Like I said, I've noticed a lot of these coronavirus songs popping up where they're doing music videos, but it's literally one or two people in the video because you know they can't go outside to do what they would normally do.
And you got your camera guy, you got your sound guy. So how many guys can you actually have out there doing those kind of things?
Yeah, you know, it's not like you can have a production video with 100 people in it no more. That's not happening right now. But I really like this song, man. Tom McDonald.
Spotify, 100%. You know, I just like music, you know. Listen to this guy, that guy. I don't know who it was. I think it was Machine Gun Kelly because he's got some shit too. You know, he's there. He's not on.
And that's it, man. A lot of people I knew didn't know who Machine Gun Kelly was before the Eminem beef. I listened to him.
Well,
I always liked the dude. Did I think he was ever the best? No, but I think that
fool's been in movies that I didn't even know about until recently. I've been watching movies.
Have you seen The Dirt yet? The Dirt was the bomb,
and
bro.
he was the drummer. He's
Tommy Lee, bro.
You know,
and honestly,
that was before he was famous.
MGK,
I'm pretty
bro.
sure. He wasn't. I don't think he was famous, but I mean, people
he's
knew
been
about
famous
it.
for like 6 years now.
Yeah, well, he wasn't famous in my eyes.
Yeah. And that's how it was. And he was famous to.
You know, I heard him,
but
nobody. He had some
he
good
blew
music.
up over the Eminem beef,
and
because nobody has ever went at Eminem the way that fool did, bro.
And he came at him, and that I give him props on that.
Yeah, because he went hard, bro.
His shit was
went
good.
Hard,
but Eminem's was good too.
Yeah.
And you know, you got a lot of controversy on it. Both them fools fucking wrong.
It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It paid off for his career.
Yeah, and that's why Eminem don't fuck with other people. That's why he don't do that, because he make you famous.
Make you famous.
And fuck. That's why Eminem. That's why they're not R. Kelly.
MGK,
that
bro.
Fucking fag. But MGK, that's why he came at him that fucking hard. Machine Gun Kelly came at him like that because he knew that would make him famous. Those ones that we think are shit
Other people are gonna go gaga.
And those guys are speaking their thoughts, their truth, their soul. And you can't just play what the media wants. You can't just play what your guys want to listen to, your fucking followers. You throw 3 hot hits, you throw your soul in, you throw your fucking hip hop in to fucking get the clubs hopping. That makes your sales. But you mix in your fucking heart, people that never heard that shit, and they're gonna fucking like what you have to say from your heart, not just what these guys want to say and these guys want to say. Good memes out there.
It's memes.
It's a meme, you motherfucker.
Me too. That's me. I'm like, I don't feel old often, but I felt old the other day because these fucking high school kids at work, and they're talking. You gotta DM me, man. DM me. You gotta DM me. I'm like, is DM like the new
direct
dick message? And they're like, it's direct message. I thought it was dick mail or something, you know? I'm like,
unless you got a teenager, you're not in the 411.
I'm not, and I'm like, Luna, she be telling me, well, Dad, this is what's cool, and this, I'm like, you're 3 years old, you don't know what the fuck cool is.
She's got the best weed dealers and everything else, bro.
I guarantee she does. I guarantee it.
So here we got some original Omar Vienna sausage, but we put a twist on it because we're Mexicans. This is jalapeno style.
See, I've never had no jalapeno. Jalapeno. Vienna sausage.
Vienna sausage, so Skylar's used to the little fucking sausage, but not with the spice on it.
I'm not used to it. Well, I guess I am. But the girls are really used to it.
I've never had a jalapeno.
This is cat food at its best.
I absolutely love Vienna sausage and potted meat.
Something I would rather eat.
Potted meat is my favorite.
I'd rather eat the fucking
Potted meat's great.
the sardines, bro.
What?
Sardines over Vienna sausage, bro.
Oh yeah.
So
you guys
know, I'll give you 2 cans of sardines.
I'm just gonna chalk
Vienna
this up to the different taste buds, you know, because you Mexican people, you like chili pepper in your candy. And that's disgusting.
Oh fuck! We should have brought some of that.
I would have not even tried it. You couldn't pay me to eat that shit.
I got some in the door of my truck. That's part of my bug out. In every one of my camouflage jackets, I've got a fucking mango chili stick. Oh, that is the best shit ever.
I see that.
You got your seasoning and you got your carbs. So.
And it doesn't make sense. Mexican food is some of the best food in the world. Mexican candy. The worst shit you ever eaten.
Shit is bomb, bro.
It's terrible.
Can't get enough of it.
My sister, the one who married Raul.
This jalapeno fucker is
really good.
Yeah, Raul. Red. The original Mexican from Plata.
She eats that Mexican candy all the time, and I'm like, that's how I know he got you. He tricked you.
So that jalapeno sausage is fucking pretty good.
Really good.
I don't like that shit, but
I can't believe you'd rather have sardines than potted meat and Vienna sausage.
I like some potted meat. I like the other shit, but Vienna sausage just tastes a little weird.
See, I like potted meat until you get the bottom when you get that jelly shit.
Do you like the corn hash or the potatoes and hash? Corned beef and hash mash.
I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not big on it.
Did you use your fork on that jalapeno sausage, or did you touch that with your fingers there?
Use my fork. We had a coronavirus breaking out, you son of a bitch.
If you
I'm pissed off that you're not even 6 feet away from me.
You should fucking
sensitive prick.
Definitely use the fork, because if you get it on your fingers, you don't know how to touch your wiener.
No, I feel that burn in my mouth. It's got a little kick to it, huh?
It's got a little spice there.
Well, the story that popped in my head was one time I'm starting a new job. I have to go to work the next day, but I drink too much. I get too drunk.
No.
And yeah, it's crazy as shit. I don't know how it happened. But this bitch, she's wearing a dress and she opens her legs. Cover your ears. She opens her legs and she's got her tampon.
Cover your nose.
She's got her tampon right there, hanging out. She's like, "Come and get it." I went over there and ate the shit out of this bloody pussy.
Did you pull it out, or?
Yeah, I pulled the tampon out by the
you
string with
left
my
it in
teeth.
so you didn't get no shit on you.
I pulled it out with my teeth. And I fucked the shit out of this bitch. I ate her bloody box, unfortunately. The next morning, I wake up, and I'm already late for the first day of my job. I need this fucking job. I'm broke as shit. I need this job. So I'm late. I run into the bathroom. My face looks like a fucking crime scene. I brush my teeth real quick. I'm like, all right, I'm good to go. I leave. I go to work, and the first day, they're already pissed at me because I'm an hour and a half late. So I gotta do all this training. I'm in this training class and I gotta piss bad. I go to fucking take a pee, and I know the people in the hall heard me scream because I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Your dick was still
it looked like a fucking knife at a murder. The OJ knife, bro. Guaranteed.
As red as this cup.
It was the most fucked up shit. And I know they heard me yell because I didn't know that. I was so blacked out drunk. I didn't know this had happened. So I was scared.
It exploded.
Yeah.
Is my dick still there?
Yeah, is my dick still? Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck. But
skip the class, straight to the fucking Walmart. Don't even buy it. Just start dumping the fucking 92 proof fucking alcohol on your dick.
It was a rough one, bro. You know?
Fuck.
When I was a little kid, I never understood the joke from Me, Myself, and Irene where he
pissed in
As an adult, though, you understand it.
You know? Too much info.
Yeah, it was a rough day. Rough day. Great job. All I had to do was bathe the dude. That's it.
Dumb bitch.
Dumb bitch.
Dumb hoe. I mean gumbo.
The other day, this dude at work, he's like, "Yeah, I want to get LASIK." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to get laid quick too, bro." I can't wait to see South Park making fun of this.
They already did. They did that a couple years ago, and fucking. On The Simpsons, you know, they predict everything.
Oh yeah,
that was like 10 years ago.
I seen that one. Yeah, dude, and it's so much to the on Disney Plus. I don't know if you guys have it.
No.
But on Disney Plus, there's a section called "Simpsons Predict the Future."
Yep.
Oh well, yeah, that's always been a thing.
I've watched with time travel.
Well, and I've watched that shit all the way up until. You know, I had kids because I didn't want them to watch that shit. I stopped watching.
I loved The Simpsons when I was a kid,
and,
bro.
You know, all the
straight up Tracy Ullman show days, man.
Yeah.
All my kids' favorite cartoons are the ones I used to love, but I chose not to watch them, so they didn't get exposed to that kind of stupid shit, and that's all they watch now. And,
yep, that's it.
You know,
that's how it works, baby.
And I can get back into it, and I love the shit out of it, but I'm so used to saying that's stupid. To where it pisses me off when I see it on the TV. And that's fucking part of getting old.
If this is really the end of the world, Skylar, how are you going to survive? I'm like, bitch, I'm going to be the king of this apartment complex. Everybody here is dead. Kids too? I don't give a fuck.
You got fucking notes on your front door. That's some crazy shit. I can't read, motherfuckers.
I know. It's like, bro, you all know this when you had to read me through the fucking rental agreement.
The glass place, they fucking supplied my sunglasses down there. I can't see.
Straight up, bro. Anyway, so I think we're gonna call this a podcast, bro. I appreciate you coming through with your MREs. Let's finish it up on some words you have to people who might be listening about the coronavirus.
So you can only store up so much. So you need to get you some fucking seeds out there, learn how to grow it, learn how to can it, learn how to freeze it. But them freezers ain't always gonna be here, so can is your way to go.
Yep.
Build you a fucking bunkhouse to do some cold food storage and be safe out there, and God bless.
And I just want to say on that note, no matter what's selling at the stores, hookers' pussies always sell. Get you some. Peace out, yo.
Could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps put me to sleep.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. You're in my world now.
Oh, dear.